Hey guys, this is Normal New. I'm the creator of the map, The Lord of the Dungeons, and since the time I uploaded it to minecraftmaps.com, I got a lot of comments that, well, of people that were confused with the map, and they were complaining about bugs, which I do know the map still has. And this is supposed to be a, well, rather quick walkthrough of the map, and I'll try to explain everything as we go along. So first of all, when you spawn, you're in this room. You don't have anything equipped, and you will be in survival mode, as you see, because you will actually have to place blocks so that you can't actually play in adventure mode. Yeah, in here is all the loot you'll get for now. Oh, and by the way, this is another thing. Some guy on the website minecraftmaps.com was confused that I did not implement any rules. I mean, I did implement a README, which you can read if you have any program like, you know, the Microsoft Editor, and I don't know what the equivalent of the Mac is, but I'm sure Apple also has a program that allows you to read a text document. And then, of course, we have this book right here, which contains all of the rules. So I don't really know where that came from, but maybe he just tried to troll me. So, of course, you have to play this game at least on easy difficulty. This is a problem that I have encountered because I actually saved the map when I was still in peaceful, because all of the mobs that are supposed to spawn will spawn afterwards. So, for example, once you go out here, a creeper will spawn. I've seen a video where that didn't happen because the guy, I think the guy played in peaceful in the start, and it wasn't his fault because I totally forgot to put the map in easy or normal difficulty. Then the next thing we have right here is the castle. That's the first thing you see, of course, and you see this little hut. I tried to make it extra easy that the golden key is in the smallest hut, and a lock in the water keeps this door shut. Yeah, I'm not that big on rhyming, but I tried to anyways, and it's actually really simple how to get this open. Just pull the lever and you can go in. And in here you'll find two map zeros. You'll find the key, which is obviously entitled key, and you have the map. This map right here, it shows the entirety of the game. You don't have to enlarge anything. You don't have to go in this direction, you don't have to go in this direction any further than it's shown on the map. This is what the game looks like, basically. It's actually, I think it's actually even further than it needs to be. Okay, so I tried to make this extra obvious with glowstone. Apparently it wasn't obvious enough, so some people did not find it, and that's where you place the key. By the way, mind you, the map is pretty old. I'm not a Minecraft pro, and I did all of this on my own. So, that's one of the first glitches that appears. It is that the map will sometimes not activate the first time you initiate any redstone signals. So you'll have to do them twice, which is not that. It was just not really that big of a deal in my opinion. So once you're in here, you can instantly go towards the castle, which is the, well, kind of the main quest. This guy has something to say as well. Still has been cursed, and the Lord cannot help anyone until the curse is broken, blah blah blah. And I know I did not hide that thing right here because I actually made that, well, I don't know why I made that even. Probably so that anyone can actually find this little secret that I hid back in the Southern Ice Forest. Which is, by the way, not a side quest, it's just, well, yeah, it's just a secret that I placed there. So, yeah. Here it says that you have to pay 1 emerald, which we don't have at the moment, so that you can have this room forever. And we have here, the diner right here, where this guy says that he wants you to put a diamond in his chest, and in exchange you can have all the stuff he has to eat. That's also something that I saw a lot of people did not do. They did not put the diamond in here and just kept it, which I mean, yeah, I did not implement anything that forces you to put the diamond in there, but it clearly says, please put the diamond in there. So if you want to go along with the game, I recommend you do so. So now that we have everything, we can go to the forest that actually contains the magical well that will break the curse that has been lain on the citadel. And it's actually back here, and I will only do cuts if it's necessary, in my opinion, so most of this should be in one take. So the first thing right here that you see if you're coming the same way as I do is that you have this lever right here. You will usually only find that after you were here and activated this. It seems to be jammed, and actually, is it still jammed? I don't know. Let's just try it. Maybe some bread. Throw that in there, and yeah, that worked. So yeah, next thing right here is the Sky Does Minecraft Easter egg that I implemented. I really spent a lot of time building this, and I know that it still does not work the way I want to, mostly because people can go here right now with nothing but a leather tunic and a wooden sword, go in there and face a wither. Spoiler alert. The thing is, yeah, I should have probably placed a sign there, don't go in here unless you have really good equip. I'm really sorry for that, but yeah, can't change that now, right? So if you have played this already and went in there, I'm truly sorry. If you have not played this yet, don't freaking go in there unless you have really good equip, because there will be a wither that will obliterate you. I mean, even if you go full diamond, the wither is still quite a challenge. Next thing I noticed by some people that told me in the comments, and of course on YouTube, some people playing the map, is this little area right here. The key will shine through the dark march once the sun finished her daily arch, which is of course another riddle, and there is the glowstone that shows you the way. And actually you can throw anything in here, because I didn't specify what, and I know this is still in German. I'm sorry, I forgot to translate that. And it basically says, I think I just heard a door open. Yeah, I think that's the most accurate translation you can actually get. But still, I do find it absolutely hilarious when people who have never spoken German before try to pronounce that. Ich glaube, ich habe gehört, wie sich gerade eine Tür geöffnet hat. Yeah, I just find it funny when people try to say that and don't know German. So yeah, this is the little fishing place where you can fish, and that's basically all there is to this place. You can try to fish and nothing more. Okay, this might just be a waste of time anyway. So we're gonna leave those fishing rods here. I mean, we know how to open this hut, so fuck that, right? Yeah, let's just head back to the castle. Funny thing also is we're all doing this all before it's actually getting dark, which is of course only because I'm focusing on the main story first and then doing the side quest. Oh, I also back there, that's the Chamber of Hero Training. Apparently I forgot one of the signs there too, which is apparently still in German. Don't go in there also unless you have at least somewhat good equip, because there will spawn a lot of monsters, and yeah, and you will die if you run in there with nothing but a leather tunic and a wooden sword. So, since the key of course despawned, we can throw anything in here. This is something I did not have the time or actually the will to fix. It's just the way that Minecraft works. I'm sorry for that. Oh, and by the way, some of the glitches may just have occurred because people were playing in the wrong game release. This map is specifically made in and thus for the release 1.8.4, which is the one I'm playing right now. If you're playing this in anything like 1.8.8 or anything that came along later, it of course might cause glitches, which is just simple logic. You know, that's the way Minecraft works. Okay. The Portier, by the gods, he must be the one that broke the Ender's curse. Oh, and by the way, this is not something I wanted to have. This is not something I implemented. This is actually just a glitch. This is just a graphics glitch, because I I already started working on this game way back, a couple of years back. So by the time I released it, all of this was basically already a thing. And I thought I had repaired those, but apparently I didn't. So yeah, but in here you can loot whatever you want. For example, we get an iron sword, which is always good to have. We get a stone sword, which is not as good as the iron sword. We get leather pants, we get iron leggings. What else did I put in here? I have no idea, actually. Gold chestplate is definitely better than leather. Yeah, the ender. Oh, some more chicken. We don't need that, and we could actually use that. So, I think we're only missing out on boots right now. And I also heard a zombie, so let's just go up there. So this is the High Secretary. You can actually only go in here to press this button, and the guy will say that you have to go to the top floor. Then we have the ballroom. No time to buy now, gotta find Lord Crayon, but you can go in here anyways and have a blast because I put a jukebox back here. Or at least I thought I put a juke. Oh yeah, I think those are jukeboxes actually. Yeah, and we actually do still get some more stuff. You don't need a clock, of course. That's kinda unnecessary, but the emeralds will come in handy. Back there's absolutely nothing, so don't even bother. So yeah, here we are at the throne room. It clearly says speak with the Lord Crayon first, which means go frickin' in here. And to make everything absolutely obvious, I put the signs 1, 2, and 3, meaning that this is the first one you press. Then you press this one. And then you press the third one, which gives you the entire conversation with Lord Crayon. After you've done that, you can grab anything that's in here. So, first of all, we're gonna, we don't need those anymore. I think we should, yeah. This should do the trick, I think. Yeah. Okay. That's all there is to this room. You will actually never get in this room again unless you choose to, but you don't have to go in there ever again. So, in order to defeat the Ender, you will need better equipment. Sorry, just swallowed my tongue there. And this is the stuff you will get for it. This thing right here, lifesaver in case of glitches, is because, well, in a later, and which is not the actual version of this map, once you reach the end, you will spawn at a place that you can't get out of without using cheats or just placing those below you so you can actually get out of that. Well, you're actually on a ledge on the very you're actually really far off where you're actually supposed to go. But that's for later. For now, we can, yeah, of course, we can put an emerald in there, which is what I initially planned to do. I know I could have just made a machine that forces you to put an emerald in there, but I did not want to. Why? Because back then I didn't know how to do it, and of course I know how to do now, but I'm not really working on this map at the moment. I'm working at a different map with a friend of mine at the moment, which we are still figuring out if there are any bugs that are left in the map, which we of course don't want to.